Were they showing me the Black Stars? Yes. The Black Stars are playing tomorrow. And once the Black Stars win, and we believe that they will win, who are they playing? Madagascar?
No,
Central African Republic. And the game is being played in Morocco. I saw Michael Otieje's video. Central African Republic is one of the weak teams in our... Central African Republic is one of the weak teams in our group. And so we are expected to beat them. I'm sure that the Black Stars will prevail and qualify for another World Cup back-to-back. But whilst we're looking at the Black Stars, we have been told that government will be introducing a sports levy as primary revenue source for sports funds. I like what the way Samson Kujo wrote about. Can you give me something? Franklin Kujo. Can you give me Franklin Kujo? I like the way Franklin Kujo put it. So this is what Franklin Kujo said. He said, there are many taxes we already pay that do not make sense. That's Franklin Kujo's assertion. He is a policy think tank person, quite experienced at Imani. There are many taxes we already pay that do not make sense. Please look for one of them and replace this sports levy. Otherwise, as he put it, ɛbɛyɛ butubutu. Franklin Kujo doesn't want to pay any sports levy. He doesn't want to pay. He won't pay. He says, ɛbɛyɛ butubutu. Then Kofi Bentil comes up also from Imani. Hail the next nuisance tax which will be withdrawn by the next government. Politicians never learn. Oh, that's interesting. Kofi Tonto says, if we pay a particular tax that does not make sense, you repeal it. You don't replace it with another nonsensical tax. It will be butu in this country. Kofi Adams and President John Dramani Mahama have dreamed up an agenda to raise revenue to support sports. Ordinarily, that should be a noble idea. Why is it receiving bashing from even the civil society that are quite friendly to President Mahama? It's because they identify it as a nuisance tax. They think that it's a nuisance tax. And, Adu Anaba, Kwaku and Ponsan says, betting tax out, sports levy in. Resetting agenda is on course. He's being sarcastic. Jasper Delali says, take it from the millions we spend on Black Stars. Let GFA make our domestic league more attractive to generate more revenue. Nobody, no civil society person wants to pay any sports levy. But we are tired in Ghana, aren't we? What is you come? Betting tax. MDC won elections on betting tax. They say they don't want to, nobody wants to pay betting tax. Betting tax is not taxed from everyone. It's taxed by those who win the bets. So you go and bet Manchester United to beat Liverpool next weekend, which is my hope. I don't know whether it will happen. I sincerely hope it does. But they are playing at Anfield, so that's a big ask. We don't know how it's going to be. We are hoping that Ruben Amorim and who's the latest player in United who is good? Amad Diallo is a Senegalese or Ivorian boy. Very, very good player. He plays on the right. Mboema plays for Cameroon, and he's also doing very well for Manchester United these days. But it's going to be a big ask because Liverpool are coming from 3 games defeated. They are playing at Anfield. Anfield atmosphere is going to be charged. I've been at Anfield before. There's no atmosphere like Anfield. So I don't know. But if you bet on that game and you win, the Honorable Ken Oforiatta was collecting taxes. The NDC rode on the back of this nuisance tax, that they don't want it, that they're going to replace it. And some Ghanaians voted for them, especially the taxing people. I remember Shatawale was angry with this betting tax because most of the SM fans, they are betting and they are using it to do this and that. Then no, you say you want tax out of it. So NDC said no. E-levy, NDC said no. NDC takes out E-levy, which is an optional tax, technically optional. And then they bring in D-levy, whose options are limited because it has to do with petroleum, which connects to almost everyone. Now they take out betting tax, and the Honorable Kofi Adams here says that he wants to introduce sports levy so that we use it to take some money and give it to Accra House of Folk and Asante Kotoko and Football Association. The part of the reason why Ghanaians are usually unhappy with taxes is that they do not trust the management of the resources that come out of the taxes. That's really the problem. Many Ghanaians don't trust how this tax money will be managed. They are afraid that the tax money will be used to buy Range Rover, Land Cruiser, house, this is there for politicians. That's why Ghanaians don't like taxes. Because when they tax them, their road doesn't change. When they tax them, the street lights are still off. Greater Accra Regional Minister came into office and said that 2 weeks, I'll put all the street lights on. After 3 months, she said, if your child didn't get a placement, go and hire a private teacher. What is wrong with that? Just hire a private teacher for your child. These are the things she was saying. She had forgotten where she's coming from. These are the things she said. She told us that if after vetting, 3 weeks, all the street lights will be on. So the aggregate of the concern is that people do not believe that when the taxes are collected, it will be used for the intended purposes. Politicians must begin to show Ghanaians that this is what your tax has been used for. Nana Akufo-Addo was able to show that your tax has been used for free SHS. People, Ms. Bell, who was against Nana Akufo-Addo and supported John Mahama for good reason, testified in 2017 that she took a child to Adom-Otchere school of all places and they didn't ask for any money. She testified. That is one of the few times that Ghanaians have seen the appropriate application of national and state resources. Apart from that, and maybe one or two few instances, Kufuor's national health insurance also looked good at the beginning. Kufuor's public transport reinvigoration, Metro Mass also looked good at the beginning. But apart from this, you can't find any in the whole Fourth Republic where Ghanaians can confidently say that our taxes have been applied to this or our taxes have been applied to that. Anytime they hear the use of money by chance, stealing, chopping, eating, that's the reason. Because if you say you want sports tax, it's not really a bad philosophical idea. But who is going to manage the money? How is the money going to be managed? So Franklin Kujo says we won't pay. He says he actually threatens violence. He said, "ÄBÄYɛ BUTUBUTU." Butu means violence. Mr. Minister, Franklin Kujo says there will be violence. If you like, try and bring some tax that you are calling sports levy. You will see. It's democracy at work. It's democracy at work. Need I say more? I won't say more for now.